Scooby and I have returned. A little while ago, I made a video on what might be the worst Scooby movie, Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. In that video, I explained how Shaggy is wearing a red shirt and every movie that he wears it in is bad. Well, I thought it would be fun to do a video on each red shirt Shaggy movie and then we can rank them and decide which one is truly the worst. As I mentioned last time, I have been a Scooby-Doo fan my entire life, so many times over the years I have heard people say that the red shirt Shaggy movies are just really tough to get through. It seems to be the majority opinion from what I've seen, and I would agree. So we already did the Reluctant Werewolf. That one's done. The other red shirt Shaggy movies are the Ghoul School and the Boo Brothers. We're going to do the Ghoul School today, and then we'll tackle the Boo Brothers in a later video. Now, when I was a kid, I actually loved the Ghoul School. I would watch it all the time. So I was really hoping that this one would hold up now that I'm older, but unfortunately, it does not. It certainly is a red shirt Shaggy movie. I really don't know how I sat through this movie so many times as a kid because it is beyond boring. Pretty much nothing happens. It honestly feels like a filler episode up until the very end when the plot finally decides to kick in. I think the only reason I actually like this movie is because I thought that the ghouls were really cool. Basically, this movie is about Shaggy working at a school where all the students are ghouls. When I was a kid, I thought that they were awesome and I wanted to be them so bad. I didn't care if what they were doing was boring and annoying. I just wanted to watch Phantasma the Phantom because I wanted to be as cool as I thought she was. But anyway, this is yet another rough red shirt Shaggy movie. So let's dive into it and see how it compares to The Reluctant Werewolf. So like every good movie, the Ghoul School starts with a fourth wall break.
Ready, good, ready. Writing? Like, don't you mean lightning, Scoop? Writing.
Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy are heading to Ms. Grimwood's finishing school for girls because Shaggy got a job there as a gym teacher. A gym teacher? I mean, I guess it makes more sense than The Reluctant Werewolf where he's a race car driver. Throughout the series, it's been said that Shaggy was a gymnast and ran track. But still, when I look at Shaggy, I don't think gym teacher.
Whee! I bet this is great for building up my shoulder muscles.
God, I hate Scrappy. They arrive at the school, which right off the bat looks a bit spooky. Then Scooby is attacked by a tiny fire-breathing dragon named Matches. He's called off by the headmistress of the school, Ms. Grimwood. She introduces them to the students, who are very obviously monsters. There's Sabella, Winnie, Elsa, Phantasma, and Tanis. They're the daughters of all the famous monsters like Frankenstein and Dracula. Oh please God, no, not Dracula again.
Shaggy! Shaggy! Shaggy!
Shaggy and Scooby are super scared and tried to run away, but ultimately fail. Plus, Shaggy signed a contract, so he can't leave. The ghouls tell them that they need a gym teacher to train them so they can beat the boys at the school next door. They challenge them to a volleyball match every year and have yet to win. Yeah, so these boys go to the Callaway Military School, which is right next door to the Ghoul School. I remember as a kid, I hated every time they came on screen because I did not care about their military training and I thought they were annoying. But now that I'm an adult, my opinion has not changed. I still hate them. Anyway, their ball lands on the Grimwood property in front of Matches.
It's the Grimwood's weird guard dog.
Wait. Weird guard dog? Do they not know that everyone at that school is a monster? These boys have apparently lived next to the Grimwood girls for several years now. I mean, they have an annual volleyball match. You're telling me that after all that time, they haven't figured it out? Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy realized it as soon as they walked into the place. Speaking of them, I guess they're not afraid of the ghouls anymore because they're all going on a run. Okay, never mind. Are you afraid of them or not? Scooby sees some eyes pop out of the ground, but when he tries to tell Shaggy about it, they're gone. He tells Scooby that he was probably just hallucinating. Shaggy, you're at a school full of ghouls right now. How are you not going to believe him? To no one's surprise, the eyes were really there. They were all being spied on by the Grim Creeper and Revolta. Oh God, she is hard on the eyes. When I was a child, I always thought that Revolta was gross. And let me tell you, I was right. She's a witch, and that's all I really know about her. The movie doesn't explain much else. She says that soon, the Grimwood girls will be hers, and she'll be the most powerful witch in monsterdom. She thinks that Shaggy will fit perfectly into her plan. Okay, enough of that. Who wants to see what the Callaway boys are up to?
How's that air bazooka coming, Miguel? Be patient, guys. It's surplus. Some assembling is required.
Wow, I do not care. Colonel Callaway, who runs the school, heads next door to set up the volleyball match with Miss Grimwood when he runs into Sabella in bat form.
Stay back! That's a direct order! Anything you say, Colonel Calloway.
Huh? Where did you come from, young lady?
Oh my god, they really don't know that they're monsters. A freaking octopus serves him fudge, and he still doesn't realize that something is up. Then again, this is a universe where talking dogs are normal, so maybe it's not as odd to him as it would be to us. They decide that the match will be in 1 hour, so the girls do some deep shrieking exercises to prepare. Yeah, that's not annoying at all. Well, anyway, what are the boys up to? Fantastic. Then Shaggy and Scooby train the girls for a really long time. Seriously, very long. It just keeps going. Now it's time for the volleyball match, and oh no, this goes on forever too. No, why? Make it stop. The best part of the entire match is when Elsa murders one of the Calloway boys.
I've got it!
Sabella turns into a bat at one point, and they're like, hey, where did that bat come from? Oh my god, this school is full of idiots! She turned into a bat right in front of you. How do you not realize? Rrrrevolta is watching the entire match and comments on how the girls are strong, just like their parents. Soon she will be stronger than all of them though. Okay, that's enough plot for now, so let's get back to the match. The girls win! Yay! I was definitely super invested in this. Now it's time for open house and all of the girls' parents will be there. Shaggy and Scooby freak out about this and try to run and hide. You guys have been hanging out with monsters the entire time. What does it matter if you add a few more to the mix? The parents end up loving them because they helped their daughters win the volleyball match, so they actually have a fun night together. Before they all leave, Winnie gives her dad a gift she made in art class, and Elsa gives hers something she made in science class. This got me thinking, who teaches the other classes? Is it just Ms. Grimwood? Because there's no other teachers here. It's just Shaggy. Apparently Ms. Grimwood is a genius who can teach every single subject, except for gym. On their way out, the parents threaten Shaggy and Scooby and tell them that if anything happens to their daughters, they're dead. I feel like this whole open house segment confirms that none of the Red Shirt Shaggy movies happen in the same universe. In both movies, Dracula has never met Shaggy before this. Not only that, but in The Reluctant Werewolf, he makes no mention of having a daughter, and in the Ghoul School, he's not obsessed with races and turning people into werewolves. So this is not the same Dracula. Thank God for that. Alright, there's only 30 minutes of the movie left, and the plot is only just now starting to kick in. Rrrrevolta sends one of her spider bats to a sleeping Shaggy. It puts these magical headphones on him that basically brainwash him into doing whatever Rrrrevolta says. She tells him to take the girls on a field trip to the Barren Bog tomorrow. He does, and when they get there, they ask Shaggy what they're going to do, and he's just kind of like, I don't know. I guess we'll run. And oh boy, everyone's favorite characters, the Calloway boys, are here too. Woohoo! So for some dumb reason, they don't all run together. They split up and run wherever they want. This gives Revolta's spider bats the perfect opportunity to put the headphones on each of the girls.
You will now obey only Revolta.
I will obey only Revolta.
Apparently the headphones also give you the ability to talk without moving your mouth. Once they're all under her control, she brings them back to her castle. Shaggy, Scooby, Scrappy, and Matches go after them. They ask the Calloway boys if they'll help, and they're like, no, and leave. Alright, fine, whatever. I never liked you guys anyway. Revolta finally reveals her big plan. At midnight, she's going to give the girls a potion that will revoltize them.
I'm going to revoltize them.
That's just a dumb word for turning them evil forever. So wait, that's her big plan? That's how she's going to become the most powerful witch in monsterdom? She's going to make the ghouls her minions. Does she not realize that their very strong and scary parents will probably destroy her for doing that to them? I thought she was going to drain them of their powers or something, not revoltize them.
Revoltize!
The Scooby crew arrives at the castle to look for the girls. They happen upon a mirror which has an evil version of Shaggy in it. It kidnaps the real one and swaps places with him. He chases Scooby around until Matches blows some fire on him. He runs all the way back to the mirror and swaps back with Shaggy, saying it's too dangerous out there. Alright, that was a pointless scene. I definitely remember hating that scene as a kid because I thought it went on for too long. Even as a kid, I knew. Meanwhile, back at the Calloway school, the boys finally grow consciences and decide to help the girls. They take off in this wacky contraption. At the castle, they found the girls and save them just before they get revoltized.
Revoltize!
They chase each other around for a long time until the Calloway boys arrive to help.
We'll rescue you! Direct hit!
Really? Water balloons? That's it? Very helpful, guys. They dump a bunch of stuff into the potion that was supposed to revoltize them and take off on the boys' wacky plane. Revolta and the Grim Creeper chase after them on brooms, but the potion explodes and hits them. Yeah, I think they died. They all head home and have a party to celebrate, and Scrappy does a rap.
So with the cadets, it was a snap to escape Rrrrevoltize trap. Now let's get loose and dance and clap while I lay on my Scrappy rap.
What? My jaw actually dropped while watching this. I have no idea how I forgot that this movie ends with Scrappy rapping.
Over there is Daddy Drac, who's glad to have his daughter back. And all the guys from Callaway are here to dance the night away.
I guess it's just so bad that my mind had to erase it. Ms. Grimwood tells them that they have some new students at the school. Shaggy and Scooby see them and are like, nope. They get Scrappy and take off. Again, you guys have been living with monsters this whole time. What difference does a few more make? Not only that, I thought that maybe they'd want to stay after everything they've been through with these girls, but I guess not. They don't care about them as much as I thought that they did. Also, what about the contract that they signed? You know, the whole reason they had to stay in the first place? Apparently they could have just left at any time. The contract doesn't actually matter. The movie ends with the ghouls waving goodbye to them as they drive off. The end. Well, that certainly was a movie. Okay, the Ghoul School is just a whole lot of nothing. The first hour is just them messing around at school while occasionally Revolta shows up and goes, I'm going to be so powerful. Then when the plot finally does kick in, you find out that Revolta's big scheme to become the greatest monster is to make the ghouls her minions. It's a flawless plan. I don't know how I didn't think of it. Oh, and don't get me started on the Callaway boys. They are just so uninteresting and annoying. Every time they showed up on my screen, I wanted them off of it. I must say though, I am pretty disappointed that this movie isn't anywhere near as good as I remembered it being. I loved it as a kid, so I really wanted to enjoy it, but I just couldn't. It was torture to get through. I do still think that the concept and designs of the ghouls is pretty cool, but this is just not the plot for them. They deserve a better movie than this. Now, all that being said, the Ghoul School is still leagues better than the Reluctant Werewolf. If I have to watch one, I will pick the Ghoul School in a heartbeat. So currently, it is at the top of the list of Red Shirt Shaggy movies. Now we'll just have to wait and see where the Boo Brothers fits in. But that will be a task for another day. So I do hope that you liked this video and are excited for the next installment. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like and subscribe to see more content from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I'm going to revoltize them.